Nibbles. J-Dog back to answer more goddamn questions. 2 paid skis for the day, so hit the goddamn quota. More is better. That's the minimum, right? Goddamn it. And that's all I got. Order questions, everything caught up. So caught up. That means send in them paid skis, goddamn it. Description box. Emails in there. Copy. Paste it in your PayPal. $10. You want to send more, you're allowed. These guys did. Hit send. If you got a fucking essay, send me a separate email to that, whatever the goddamn question is. Hey, dog, this is for my paid ski. And type whatever the fuck you say, whatever the hell you want to say. Especially if there's certain conversations you want to talk about. That's what we're going to talk about, goddamn it. I got a video I went to 3 weeks back in line, too. Didn't proofread shit, but I just grabbed the first video 3 weeks behind. No idea what's in there. We'll go with that because we're probably going to need it. Gideon Abel Cole. Paid question. Sent 20 USD. Double the fucking payment. Just the way I like it, goddammit. How's it going, J-Dog? I know it's cringe to ask for a shout-out. It ain't cringe if you're paying, bro, town. Rather than a question through this. But what the hell? Hey, I actually like him, brah. Makes it easy peasy for dog. Last thing the dog needs is more hard work. Your consistent output of content has inspired me. What I'm there for, homie. I have largely avoided Instagram for years. Just do nothing but fucking twink cores and 12-year-old girls on there. Why would any man be on Instagram? No, a real man don't have Instagram. That's the slogan shirt, dog slogan. Real man don't have Instagram. 12-year-old girls and twink cores, brah. That's dudes that wear pink ass fucking thongs. Dudes that lift goddamn iron and listen to Deicide don't have an Instagram. God damn, dude, dog, they're in disguise, motherfucker. Dog doesn't even know what that bullshit looks like. Well, J-Dog, you showing your family and such as it. Yeah, and that's on them. That's on you, dude. And some of them are chicks, too, so chicks get past. What I just say? Chicks and fucking pink panty wearing fucking dudes. Real men? They don't have it. They're on the tube. I decided to make an account in which I post an album recommendation every day. Yeah, so you left the Real Man Club. I understand if you're doing business on there too. That's another reason to fucking have it. But if you're just searching fucking kitty cat memes and shit, I don't know about you, dude, brah. That's 12-year-old girl shit. The name of the account is, what the fuck is this? So shout out to him. Check out his goddamn Instagram if you're a 12-year-old girl or a goddamn pink panty wearing dude. AOTD 2024. Whatever the fuck that means. Standing for Album of the Day. Oh, it's pretty original. That's pretty cool. And I would love to I would like to get some exposure to your viewers. So if you're looking for an album of the day, and if you think Gideon has good taste, go check his shit out over on Instagram. Since I'm new to the app, I'm starting from ground level. Gotta start somewhere, bro, town. It was just like yesterday, motherfucker, when I started this goddamn YouTube channel. Literally 2 years, or whatever the fuck it is. Whatever that was. We're in for 27 months I've been doing this. That is not a long time. Fucking a toddler is, some of the motherfuckers is not even potty trained yet. Still wearing diapers. Well, a lot of 2.5-year-olds are, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. But I think they are. You're not looking at a 2.5-year-old like, yeah, you're all grown up now. You've been around a while. It's like, no, I remember you were born. Seemed like it was yesterday. Yeah, that's my channel. Dogs down from the ground up. I remember, yeah. Hitting refresh in the first video. The mortician's Hell's Headbangers mortician story or whatever. Showed the hacked up for barbecue and told the goddamn stories. Holy shit! After a few hours, it's got 100 views. Holy fuck! That's literally what I did too. What the fuck they leave all on this goddamn shit? Ground level. Yep, starting ground level, brah. Gotta start somewhere. Check it out if you're interested. I don't have Instagram, brah. I don't even know what it looks like, to be honest with you. Well, Hell's has it. That's Chasey Boy that runs it. Goddamn it! Again, it's for fucking business, so I understand. But I've never in my life seen Hell's Headbangers Instagram or Facebook. C-Dog runs that shit. I appreciate you entertaining as always and hope you have a solid day. Ain't going too bad so far, but the day's still young. Never know what's going to be around that goddamn corner. Michael Prince sent 30 USD. Paid triple ski. God damn it, just the way I like it. He's got 2 questions in there, so he's figured I'm sending $15 each. So he says, number 1, in my opinion, Christian's Southern Storm album is 666 skulls. I love the album art too. I'm just wondering your opinion on that album. It's good. I own it. CDLP. I don't know if I'd give it 666 fucking skulls. To be honest with you, everything after the fifth album. The first three are the best. Ageless Venomous would be in there, but the triggers do sound like shit, but the songwriting is very good and Alex's vocals sound good. Watch out for that goddamn digibook coming out on Hells any goddamn day now. The album after that I thought was better, Works of Carnage. It was better than Ageless because of the sound, but the songs weren't quite as good as, and the overall package wasn't as good as Conquerors. But after Works of Carnage, I own everything, but that's where I get a little hazy. I couldn't like air guitar at all. The only album I don't like in there, but I own it as well, complete the collection, is the Forged in Fury. I mean, I listened to it two, maybe three times. I'm like, I don't really. I remember I didn't even like how Alex's vocals sound. I remember they sounded kind of almost like a thrash metal album. It's been a good handful of years since I listened to it. And then what's the one immediately after that? Is that the one with Execution, Great Execution? Is that the one right after? That's good. It's got some songs. I mean, Scourge and the Enthroned. I thought pretty much everything I was on that was good. There might have been a couple songs that were kind of filler, but I don't recall there being any stinkers. So the last five albums or so, four for sure, I would say Scourge and the Enthroned was my favorite. The last album, I liked. I thought none of it's junk, but it had filler songs and parts I did not like. 40% of it I thought was very enjoyable, Christian style. 40% of it I was like, eh. Then about 20% I'm like, I don't really like this part. It's about where that album stands. Yeah, the score fucking Force and Fury. Is that what it's called? I think it's what's called. I need to go back and listen to it. I do own it. I think I own a CD and an LP of it. Definitely an LP. Definitely one of them. Probably both though. Because pretty much every Christian right around pretty much after Works of Carnage, I bought CD LP once it came out. So I think I do have a both. So I need to go back and spin it. But I definitely listened to it twice and even three times. I'm like, I don't really like it. I mean, it's not. Don't take me out of context. It's not. It's deplorable garbage. But I remember it being definitely the worst thing in the catalog. Southern Storm. I remember there being a few parts on it that, as well as Assassination, I didn't like. But for the most part, out of all the ones I just mentioned, so basically post Works of Carnage, I would say Southern Storm and Scourge of the Enthroned were my favorites, and probably Assassination. Did it? It's okay. More people like it than I thought. I thought it was a little not odd, but almost a little. Hope it doesn't attract the wrong goddamn fans. On the Southern Storm, they cover the Sepultura song off the Chaos AD. Was it Chaos AD or Refuse Resist? Which song? What you know what the fuck I'm talking about? They covered that. It was cool. And Chaos AD. Don't be wrong. Those two main songs, those are decent commercial metal songs. To be honest with you, yeah, Refuse Resist, the Chaos AD. For that style of music, that shit's way better than Pantera. Way fucking. Oh, dude, every time I fucking hear that dumbass fucking song, what I think of is I think of a fucking 140-pound, heroin out of his fucking skull, Phil, boxer drawers hanging the fuck out, no shirt on, arm behind the back, singing this, one foot on the speaker, singing to a goddamn hillbilly ass canoe as fuck, waving their gay ass fucking Confederate flags in the goddamn crowd. That's what I picture every time I hear that song. It just nails on a chalkboard. Best goddamn song that dog shit band fucking has is the title track, The Great Southern Trendkill. And shit, shout out to goddamn Goat Man. He's the one that told me. I was like, makes sense. The best goddamn song is Seth Putnam does the opening goddamn scream. Needed some goddamn sack on there to fucking help spruce the goddamn shitty ass band up. And then the rest of the album, you're like, dude, these songs fucking suck. Some of these are borderline cock rock alternative. But that title track, Great Southern Trendkill, I'll get that is a pretty good song. I will admit that. Cowboys in Hell, it's fine. It's kind of just lame, but I guess it's okay. All the rest of that dog shit, I don't even remember what the fuck it sounds like. But for that kind of music, that Sepultura shit is definitely better. But it is a commercial style of music, and the only problem with the Sepultura was it's just a little annoying hearing those backstabbers fucking from what they did from Morbid Visions and Bestial Devastation, literally a first generation death metal band singing about Satan, going to that crap, and then Anti-Cop. Yeah, we gotta change the name of the song because he's all Christian now, and you got a problem with the police, so it's called Anti-Cop. Fuck the police. You heard that, dude? That's just bad. You need to be bitch slapped for that. Fuck, put that crap out. So that leaves a little bit of bad taste in my mouth. I much rather heard Christian cover Troops of Doom or fucking Bestial Devastation or Morbid. The title track Morbid Vision is probably my fucking favorite song, but Mayhem. I like that song quite a bit too. But if I had to pick a favorite, probably either Morbid Visions title track or the song Mayhem. Probably my favorite goddamn Sepultura song. So it'd been, a little cool to fucking hear that. But that's on there. But as a whole, Southern Storm, good album. I like how Alex's vocals sound that too. I liked when Alex's vocals were a little lower and raw. As you noticed on like Apocalyptic, that was the pristine how they sounded. On Conquerors, they're a little bit more, I don't want to say clear, but not as guttural for a lot of backwards. Although it is a toss-up, Apocalyptic or Conquerors, which my favorite album is. For years, I've always said Apocalyptic, but a lot of times when I listen to Conquerors, it's like, I don't know, this might be my favorite one. I was like, this album is stupid fucking good. I mean, that opening track, fucking Ravager, is one of the greatest goddamn death metal songs ever written, especially as far as blasting death metal goddamn goes. I mean, Curse Scroll, Soul Devourer, Hatred Adherent, like that. That's man metal right there, bro town. That shit's fucking great. But then, again, on Ageless Venomous, Alex's vocals sound like they did on Conquerors, and same with the Southern Storm. It was more that style. I just remember there being a few parts I'm like, kind of didn't like this on Southern, but all in all, good fucking record. I own it. Would I recommend it? Fuck yeah. Does it smoke fucking sleep and acid bath? You bet your ass it fucking does. Second goddamn fucking question. Shit, this shit's taking so goddamn long, I might not even need these vids. Hey, but good paid skis are good paid skis. He's got a second one. Oh, man, this is a real good question. It's a non-metal question, though, so you pussy fucking boys, and this applies to pussy boys. It's about fucking testosterone and the way you sponge doggers are talking to goddamn comments and talking about bitch shit. Whew, this will change your life in no goddamn time. Kind of a controversial slash topic I could talk about for at least an hour. Goddamn, it's a good one. Probably best goddamn page ski question I ever asked. The second question from Michael as well. He says the testosterone reference range. So testosterone reference range, for those that you don't know, on blood work, if you get your labs wrong. Doctor said I'm good. He didn't order a dickwad unless you told him to. Or unless you said, hey, doc, my goddamn dick ain't fucking working. He maybe ordered. Well, if you're over the age of 40 and you said, doc, my dick ain't working, and they ran labs, maybe if he's a go-getter doctor, maybe, and I stretch that word maybe, unless you told him to, he drew labs for testosterone. Other than that, he just did a standard comprehensive metabolic panel and a CBC, which is a complete blood count, which those are two panels that answer a lot of shit, your lipids, your blood glucose, your kidneys, liver, things like that. Those panels are important, but it's basically just to make sure you're not fucking dying. Well, 40 years old, unless you're doing anything stupid, you better not be. Your kidneys shouldn't be failing. So they're important, but Jesus fuck, man, I want to be a little bit more optimal than I'm on my goddamn deathbed. So he's not even going to order testosterone, unless those two things I said, maybe. The reference range, though, when you get labs, is going to be, generally speaking, each lab where you're at is a little different. It's going to be somewhere between 250 and 300 being the bottom range, the dog shit of the dog shit, meaning anything under that is when they'll finally start to even think about prescribing you testosterone. And the upper range is 1,000. So it's between, say, 300 to 1,000 nanograms per deciliter. That's what the blood serum levels are going to lead, meaning a natural human, generally speaking, 18 years old, healthy male, his testes are pumping tests like a motherfucker. The highest his levels will be is 1,000 nanograms per deciliter. If he's any higher than that, he's full of shit. He's fucking taking synthetic tests, because when you take synthetic tests, the sky's the limit. You can get it up to 55,000, like goddamn Dallas McCarver and his goddamn autopsy report. Dead at 26, though, mind you. So is it a bullshit range someone invented to feminize men in society? So he's asking if the reference range on blood labs. Well, we'll get to that in a second. Meaning, does it set the bar super low? For example, is it perfectly healthy to walk around with 2,000 nanograms per deciliter total test and a 500 free test? Range 35.0 to 155. Yeah, because on your free test, by the way, so that's another thing too. If Doc orders your total testosterone, and again, if he's a semi go getter, that's always going to order, which is good. Order that, but it's borderline useless. That's the total testosterone that's just in the blood. You want to know what's binding to the cells. That's called your free testosterone, or free T for short. That number is going to be lower, and the reference range, like he puts on here, yes, roughly. Again, every chart's a little different, but the range, yeah, like 35.0 to 155.0 picograms per milliliter. That's generally what it is. He's asking a free test of 500. Is that outlandish? If there are no sides, estradiol looks good and all health markers look good. So what he's asking is, he's like, is it healthy to have a 2,000 nanogram total test, basically double of what the fucking human body can produce, and a 500 free? So here's the thing. I could literally talk about this for an hour. This is the shit I prefer to talk about. Educates people, and I find it interesting as fuck. And obviously, it's very applicable to the bodybuilding world, but also for health, longevity, kicking ass in life, et cetera, et cetera. It's a topic that's no one can say definitively. But to answer your first part, is the reference range to feminize men or society? Well, no, that doesn't make any sense, because the human body can't naturally produce over 1,000 nanograms per deciliter, so the test does go up to that. As far as the wimpification to where they won't talk about doing any type of therapy until you're under 300, that's some kind of bitch shit. But at the same time, I understand it. You got a random guy who sits on his ass. Like, why is it at 300, dude? Unless it's just declining naturally and you're 65 years old. But if you're 35 and you're in the 300s, it's probably because your lifestyle is dog shit. Now, there is hypogonadal function. You're born with it. That does exist, 100%. I've literally, I'm not going to say names, 18-year-old who showed me his labs, and his was at 165, 18 years old. And he's working out, and I met him at the gym, and he, got the word about Dr. Dog, and the dog knows his shit on this. And I'm like, dude, I was like, that screams to me that you've done steroid cycles in your teenage years. You come off and you are shut down. It's like, no, dude, I've never touched anything, nothing. I'm like, gonna be honest with you, man. That screams bullshit to me, but it's possible. But that is a rare that you're gonna have an 18-year-old who works out and eats semi decent, and he's not eating like a complete asshole. He was semi shape. He wasn't fat by any stretch of the definition. Fully grown, taller than me. So you're developed. I was like, okay, assuming you're telling me the truth, which I still doubt, by the way, but he swore left and right, up, down. So, all right. I was like, all right, cool. Then yeah, that's 1,000% genetic. I was like, even if you lived a dog shit lifestyle, you should have a number like that at 18. That would be a candidate. Like, you need to go on testosterone for sure, man. Your quality of life is just going to be shit, and it's unhealthy as fuck. So there are people like that. Now, what you're asking is to get it to 2,000 and a free test of 500. You could do that slightly with 200 milligrams of injectable testosterone per week. You might need a little bit more. Everybody's a little bit different. 200 to 300 will get you there. The question is it healthy? That's the debate that I love, man. These are the conversations that I have all the time with people in the loop. So here's the thing. If you're training, exercising, you're doing cardio, you're doing resistance training, and your diet is at least 80% clean year round, you're taking your health supplements, high dose fucking fish oil, not fucking bullshit flaxseed oil. Don't even get me started on that. That's horseshit. If you take flaxseed oil, throw in the garbage, switch over to fish oil, you're wasting your goddamn time. You cannot convert the fatty acids to DHA and EPA. That's the reason you're taking the goddamn shit. Only cows and animals have the digestive tract to convert seeds and flax seeds into the EPA, DHA. Humans do not. So you've been duped. You've been had. So any fucking dumbass vegan that's trying to sell you, shove it up their ass. They don't know what to fucking talk about. 3,000 milligrams a week of fish oil. You're taking your multivitamins, multivinerals. You're taking your vitamin D levels. So many people, it blows my mind. This shit is cheap as fuck. I'll get their labs done. Their vitamin D levels are in the gutter. Why are you walking around with low vitamin D? Bravo. You could literally get a 60 capsule of 5,000 IUs fortified with K, which is what you want to keep the fucking calcium and D out of the arterial walls and into the fucking bones where you want them. The shit, I get life extensions brand 5,000 IUs a D with fortified with K1 and K2, 60 capsules. I take 2 a day, so I take 10,000 a day, 10,000 IUs a day plus 2,000. I take 12,000 total IUs of vitamin D. It's like $40 a month. It's like dirt cheap, and it'll make a drastic difference in your health. I see people that walk in this 30 nanograms per deciliter. What are you doing, dude? That's like the easiest fucking fix. Just get it over the goddamn counter. It's like beyond fucking stupid. I was like, just why don't you just walk around with a goddamn fucking like a big old fucking boulder tied behind your strap behind your back and just walk around with life. Take that thing off. Oh man, god damn. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Back's feeling better. Man, this shit's so much easier. Life's better. Yeah, what the fuck you doing? Assuming you're doing all that shit, health subs, eating right, training. I can honestly say I've never seen anybody's blood work look bad on a 2,000 nanogram per deciliter 500 free test. I mean, Milo Sarshev, retired pro bodybuilder, 60 years old now. He swears by it. He didn't show me his actual labs, but he's talked about, discussed what he takes, test with usually another anabolic. I can't remember if he runs primobolan or nandrolone coonate, something like that, year round for since 1987. Years. Blood works perfect, which makes perfect sense because moderate doses, he explains, like, these are anabolic, not catabolic. Positive reconstructive metabolism, build, repair. You give them to people that are wasting away and dying. People that are working out and training and breaking tissue down over and over and over again. It's going to help you recover better. How is that a bad fucking thing? Now, we're not talking pro bodybuilder doses or powerlifting doses. Yes, anything in extreme excess like that, of course it's going to have negative outcomes. But I can honestly say somebody running, like what you're saying, to get that 2,000 to 500, I've never seen anybody in negative health, ever. And I've seen a lot. However, having said that, there is a thing, this is where I always hear all sides. For example, the holistic guys, the hippies, who I tend to rip on, but I agree with some of their points, especially on nutrition and shit like that. I just think some of it's over exaggerated to sell supplements and over theorized. It's like, what evidence are you using? Like, how did you even measure this, man? You're pulling shit out of your ass about enzymes and if you eat this, your life expectancy. Where are you getting these numbers? You don't even have a fucking lab. You're a goddamn chiropractor. So where the fuck you get? Because that data doesn't exist, by the way. So I don't know where the fuck you're getting this shit at. Who's that one guy that predicts your death if your grip strength or something? Don't even get me started on that guy. Granted, a lot of his shit I agree with. He's got some good points, and I think if you follow his recommendations and you live your life entirely like that, you're going to be way, 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 way better than off than the average American lifestyle. But some of this shit, I'm like, dude, you're completely pulling crap out of your ass. And holy fuck, people in the know are going to, and do, Lane Norton's one of them, are going to have a fucking field day on your ass. Because, I mean, you're saying some outlandish shit with zero evidence whatsoever fucking ever. Like completely making some shit up. Forget his fucking goddamn name. He was on Joe Rogan's podcast too, etc. He was on Dorian Yates' podcast. Like I said, some of it's very good information, but some of it's like, come on, cut the shit, dude. And some of that's a gimmick to get people to follow him. So they all do. The problem that you run into with the 2,000 and the 500 free tests, and what I was saying, I give shout out to the natural holistic guys. We know the human body cannot produce those levels naturally, ever, at any age. No, our grandfathers did it. That's all horseshit too in here. Our grandfathers had a super high testosterone. Really, when they barely even knew what testosterone was until the 1920s. How the fuck do you know that, dude? What they had in the 1800s? They damn sure were measuring that shit. So, where are you getting these numbers at, bro? Town? Completely making crap up. Our grandfathers. Cut the fucking shit. And even if they did, okay, maybe they had 1,100, 1,200. I could guarantee you they didn't have 2,000 and a 500 free test. Guarantee they did not. Having said that, our species was not naturally meant to have that by default, right? evolutionary speaking. So is that unhealthy? I don't know. Doesn't seem to be on blood work. Doesn't seem to be a lot of guys that are living long as fuck. I mean, Arnie ain't no goddamn spring chicken. Neither is Stallone. And you bet your ass they're fucking taking testosterone. You could bet your entire house on it. Well, Sylvester Stallone makes no bones about it when he got caught in Australia. Yes, my scripper, they called him out to try to bust him for that and growth hormone. Yeah, I've been taking testosterone and growth hormone for years. It's prescribed by my doctor. Who don't? Only dummies don't. He didn't say that, but it was highly insinuated if you see that fucking interview. Pretty goddamn funny. Yeah, 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 yeah. Who don't know that? Yeah, smart people do. Those guys are pretty fucking old. So that's I mean, again, that's two anecdotal fucking cases, so you can't go by that. But it is two cases. Another thing that I wouldn't say concerns me, but to keep in mind is rest in peace, Leo and Longevity, who had a great fucking channel. The guy was a bit fucking off his rocker Looney Tunes, hence what got him fucking murdered, is his fucking mouth. He was, but credit is given where credit is. I didn't love the guy, I didn't hate the guy, but he had some very good info, and he knew how to explain in layman's terms, and he was a very good researcher and knew how to decipher bullshit, bias evidence from unbiased, and translate it. And he's said multiple times in the research he's done, and I don't believe for a second he's making it up, there is evidence that higher androgens, and you would have higher androgens in your body, obviously double the max that you can have with a 2000 test, that can damage the kidneys over time. It can lead to enlarged heart, and we're not talking about just LVH, left ventricular hypertrophy, the actual heart muscle enlarging in the chest cavity itself. Is that true? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I have my doubts because if it was true, especially just off a 2,000 nanogram per deciliter, man, this sounds a little contradicting and fucking. Well, bodybuilders, they'd be dying of kidney failure and heart failure left and right. Well, they are. That's what I was going to say. Contradicting. They are, but they're not. If you added all the pros up, all the amateurs, all the gym rats that were using the dose that they're using, which is way more than having a 2,000 level, it's actually not that many. There would be way more kidney failure and way more heart failure at a much earlier age if what he said was 100% true. So that there's that evidence right there. That's where I have my doubts, but I'm not going to say it's complete bullshit either. What I would say, if you're considering doing that, if you're just going to go on a dose and monitor it yourself and have your blood serum levels at those levels and all your blood markers are perfect, keep an eye on that goddamn blood pressure too, motherfucker. Make sure to have a blood pressure cuff at home. Take that shit at least twice a week, first thing in the morning when you wake up, and at least twice sometime in the evening. Compare data. Make sure that motherfucker's never over 130 over 70. It's creeping over there. Hit the dog up. See what needs to be done. Preferably fix it with lifestyle changes, diet and exercise, hydration, supplementation, but if need be, put you on some type of mild ARB or something like that, which also, not even that, that's a whole other goddamn subject. But keep an eye on that. That's a huge fucking marker. A lot of guys don't. They get checked once a year at the doctor. Yeah, it was good that one stamp in time, dude. Fucking 30 minutes later when you walked out, it could have been dog shit. You need multiple sources of fucking data. So if you're going to live this like you're asking too, Michael, two things you need to own. They are mandatory. It's like saying you don't own a toothbrush. Blood pressure monitor cuff and a blood glucose, blood sugar monitor. You need both those, goddammit. Send your numbers over to the goddamn dog, too, for fucking dog data. He records all his goddamn data with all his goddamn clients and shit. That's how you fucking learn, see what's going on. If all that's good and you're planning on those levels, what I would also recommend is get an ultrasound, organ imaging. Get an ultrasound of your liver, kidneys, prostate, and also your heart. If they're good, all the organ imaging looks good, and you continue to want to do that year round, I would recommend getting it if there's no problems, everything is good, minimally every 5 years. 3 years would probably be ideal. 5 years, I would say I think you get away with 5 years, but 3 years would probably be You want to be super cautious and just keep an eye on it. Your labs are good and your organ imaging good, then I think you got nothing to fucking worry about. You got no scarring on your kidneys, no signs of glomerular sclerosis, shit like that. See the size of them. Are they increasing in size, et cetera, et cetera? You have no non-alcoholic fatty liver disease on your liver. Your prostate ain't a fucking goddamn baseball fucking down there. And your heart looks good. Then I wouldn't worry about it. I think you're good to go, homeboy. But those are the precautions I would take if you're wanting to do that. So yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it. But that's what I would do. That's how I would do it. And the doc ain't gonna want to order those ultrasounds unless you're fucking dying, bro town. So what you're gonna have to do is go to doc and be like, I want these ultrasounds. Blah blah blah. I'm paying out of pocket, homeboy. Don't care. Fuck insurance, not run insurance. I want these. Just why do you want them? Because I think they're cool. I just want to know data. If you say that pay out of pocket, they'll order them. It's just because insurance not going to want to order it. They're not going to want to run it through. You just tell them you want it, or just even if you want to put the blame on somebody else, say I have a fitness coach and he says he wants them, and like I do what he tells me to do, and he says he wants these organ imaging, and I'm going to pay for it out of pocket. And I know my insurance ain't going to cover it. That's how you're going to get them. Otherwise, you go in there, they're going to tell you to go suck a fucking dick. They're not going to order no goddamn ultrasounds for no goddamn reason. Now, if you want to get some kind of cheapies in there, freebies, sneak them in there, is go in there and be like, man, dude, my kidneys, liver, holy fuck, man. Feel like someone beat the hell out of me with a baseball bat in this here. I don't know, bro, doc. This shit just aches like a motherfucker. That's what the dog did. And they'll order them for goddamn, put on your insurance. Tell them, yeah, I feel like your kidneys and liver just ache in that area. Then they will order them. They're going to order labs too, so you get those on the his ills too. And they'll be safe. Just like, can we get? But tell them that. Can we get an ultrasound? I'm just worried. They feel just banged up. He'll do it then. And if he don't, get a new goddamn doctor. He fucking sucks because he damn well should. I had no goddamn problem. My doctor is a fucking goddamn bitch. So if she was willing to do it, trust me, yours is definitely going to be willing to do it. So yeah, that's about all I got to say on that. Like I said, I can talk about that motherfucker for a goddamn hour. Send some good paid skis like that. God damn, I'm sick and tired of talking about how heavy the fucking TISH is. We already fucking know that. Paid ski box, description box, 10-year-olds can fucking figure it out. You don't need no goddamn smart pills to figure it out. So cut the shit, dog. Caught up. Get him sent over. Later, goddamn it.